And it'll sting for a while. Martin, he talks about the progression that they've made, that he's happy with that. Where do you stand on Arsenal's progression?
Well, to be honest, I agree with a lot of what the manager said there tonight about being proud with the group. There was a lot of pressure on them those first 15 minutes. They really took the game to their opponent, just weren't clinical enough. That's where they failed, really. But I think the journey that they're on, I think he's putting the pieces together in this jigsaw piece. It's a long, winding road. It's not a straight path to success. And I know what that feels like. And he's talked before this game tonight about the hurt, anger, and using it as energy into tonight's game. They did that. And that's what they're going to have to build upon for next season. I was in an Arsenal team that went 3 seasons second best to Manchester United. Disappointments in major cup finals. Okay, this is almost like a cup final here. They've got to bounce back and make sure that they build from there. It's a foundation to build from now, but obviously recruitment is key to that. You know, we look at this team here tonight, that they bought Kvaratskhelia in January for £80 million, and they made a statement, and look how important he's been to them. So, you know, I think Arsenal got caught on the hop a little bit with the injuries that they had, but I think they've done well with the players he's at his disposal. I think they've gone a hell of a long way in this tournament. What
was it you think took your team over the line?
Belief. This won't happen to us again. It can't happen. The hurt. We'll find a way to be successful. And we were lucky enough and fortunate enough to go and do that. But you have to stick together right now. You know, it's about tying down these players, the likes of Saliba, keep him at the football club. This is the back four that Arsenal have got. Okay, Gabriel not available. Some of the best defenders in Europe. So it's a look at the positives. Declan Rice been going from strength to strength. You know, it's certain areas of the pitch. It's not massive jobs here to put the icing on the cake for Arsenal to be successful.
Jack, you praised how good a coach Mikel Arteta is, and knowing him from playing and also his time in coaching, and you learning a little bit and being inspired by him. But has he had enough support in terms of the hierarchy above him, giving him the right players or giving him the right sort of budget for it?
Well, we've definitely spent some money. Maybe we could have spent more. I think a big thing is the injuries, honestly, Laura. And I know people will say, oh, that's an excuse. It's not an excuse, it's a fact. Owen mentioned earlier about Milan having the possibility to make changes. Barcelona brought on Lewandowski off the bench to try and find something. So, of course, it makes a difference. They have to find a way to be able to keep these players fit for the whole season and be able to make them compete. I see a lot of similarities with what Martin's saying with his team. And you know, I played in a team that was, for years and years, was questioned of lack of leadership, and probably rightly so. We didn't have the leaders in Martin's group, and we probably didn't have the leaders that this group has now. And I think that's how the answer to your question before, how they bounce back, is they need them leaders. They need to make sure that this hurts, and they understand what they did wrong, and they try and make it better next year.